Eric Robbins.
Hey, 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 and welcome to Tipsy Tuesday. How is everyone today? We're here with Stephanie, of course. Stephanie's here. I just got a message from Charmaine. I guess she's been back-to-back appointments, so she's going to make it sometime here in the next couple weeks. But yeah, so we're here with Stephanie. How are you?
Good, good. Happy to be here. I love my Tuesdays.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter where I go. I got to do it.
This is where we're at on Tuesday, right, guys? Yeah. Hello, Eric. How are you? Today will definitely be at a 30-minute mark. Steph's got to get going. I've got to get going. Unfortunately, my son hurt his knee, and so I'm waiting for the doctor to call back. Blah blah blah. It's December 1st. I thought my bad month of November was over, but apparently it's
over. We're starting December now.
Exactly. Holidays. I got my Christmas tree up. Are you guys up and ready?
No. We got to have all the kids in one spot at once.
Yeah. So. Makes it tough. So what I wanted to go over today was daily activities. I know this is something that I have literally been working through and learning ever since I started, and it can be a little daunting, especially when you're new and you get kind of hung up on certain non-money making activities versus money making activities. So I kind of wanted to go over that today and just kind of get you guys pointed into a direction where you definitely get your money making activities out of the way first, and then you can move on to the not so money making activities that still need to be done in your business. So I'm not taking anything away from that, but I did want to just kind of chat with you guys a little bit about it today, being that last month I was kind of in and out of work and really was focused on certain things and wanted to kind of pass it on to you guys. So first of all, I want to talk about non-money making activities that happen in your business as a network marketer. As we all know, getting caught up in Facebook is definitely a non-making money activity. There are things, and I know that as a beginner, sometimes talking to people on Facebook and things like that is really where to start and to get definitely a good audience going, pull them over to Instagram, pull them over to Twitter, whatever the case may be, or even take them from Twitter, Instagram, onto Facebook so that you can make more of a connection with them. But we can get very hung up in Facebook, and I just want to, kind of tell you the things that you should be doing when you get into Facebook and be able to get yourself out, because as we all know, Facebook literally pays millions of dollars to find out how to keep us there and how to keep us interested and focused. And they spend lots of money to do this, and they do it very well, because we all end up like, oh, what's that person doing? Oh, like.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the, the money making activities when you get on Facebook is your 10 new, 10 follow up, whether you're doing that on Facebook or you're doing that on Twitter or Instagram, or if you're getting active leads coming in, I also agree that that is, a new follow up. So if you're calling them, if you're emailing them, they are the ones that you want to focus on first, because they're the ones who are more interested. They also have your, whatever presentation that they went through of yours still very fresh in their mind. So make sure that you're focusing on them before you're going into Facebook and looking for new people there. So I'm going to go over real fast the money making activities that I believe you should be doing every day. And there's really, I have my little note right here that I work on literally all the time. This is how I deal with weeks and things like that. I just put it on a notepad. So I have, I post out on Twitter and Instagram every day. Well, Instagram's kind of taken a back seat for a little bit, but Twitter has been every day. Things happen. But make sure that you're posting out whatever is your main focus of marketing, which if you're new, definitely keep it to one, whether that's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, blogging, YouTube, whatever it is, just focus on that one thing and stay over there. Wherever it is, stay over there and play. If you're going to get lost somewhere, don't make Twitter your active marketing lead place and then be on Facebook messing around and playing. You want to be messing around and playing on Twitter so people can see you active, if that's where your leads are coming from, or Instagram, wherever they're coming from mainly. And then there's content, of course. You got to get content out there. Every day is the best A+ way to do it. However, I do understand that people have full-time jobs, we have families, things come up, we get sick, things happen like that. So just kind of plan out your timing and what you have time for. And I know with all the SEO and things that you need to do when it comes to blogging and even YouTube, just make sure that you're really getting good content. It's better to have a couple pieces of good content go out a week versus 5 thrown together pieces just so that you can get it out. So whatever it is that you have decided on, make it a 30-day goal of yours to blog once, or whatever it is, if you're blogging, if you're YouTubing, whatever you're video making, make sure that you're doing that however you have decided. If you have decided that you're doing 2 days a week, make sure that you're doing that 2 days a week. So your email people can expect, every Tuesday and Thursday I get content from Stephanie or Kelly or Eric or Samantha. So definitely make sure that you're putting out that content, and make sure that you're emailing your list as well with the content. So that's another money-making activity, is emailing your list. So we're going to do post out content, whatever it is that you can figure out that you can do. You need to be putting out at least 1 piece of content a week. So if it's, if you can do 5, do 5. If it's 1, then make sure you're doing 1. Make sure it's kind of consistent, because whoever your audience is on your email is looking for that content. Like April Marie Tucker has just recently in her emails, she now has Friday tips. So you know that on Friday you get some sort of a good tip from her. Whatever it is, you can expect to be getting that on Friday. So just make sure to plan it out, write it down on a piece of paper, and make sure that that's what you're doing. And if you're going to tell your list that, hey, listen, on Tuesdays I'm going to come up with a new, a tip every Tuesday for you, make sure that you're doing that every Tuesday, because whether you know it or not, people are watching you and people are waiting for that tip, whatever it is that you're giving out. So, and if you miss it, then, people will be like, well, where'd they go? And you're inconsistent, and they really are looking for consistency. So those are really my main things that, my main 3 things basically are the posting out. And with the posting out, I also have the follow, unfollow thing that I do as well. So, wherever you're working social media wise, you can get new people or whatever. And then you got the content. Make sure that you're doing the content, whatever it is that you have decided to do. Make sure that you're doing that, and you're doing that on a religious basis where you're constantly getting it out. Email your people as much as possible. Email them. Even if it's just, hey, I haven't emailed in a while, and I wanted to make sure that you're building a relationship through this email, and those people on your email are your hot leads, your people who are watching you, your people who are opening those things. Make sure I go in and I will go to my autoresponder and I'll see who's opened my emails for the last 3 or 4 times, and I'll copy their email address. I will take it over to Facebook, I'll post it into the search, and then I'll find them. And at that point, I can actually develop more of a relationship with them. They can start seeing, my kids, my kids, because I have, multiple. I just have the one. My kid, they'll see my family, they'll see, my lifestyle, because in this reality world of, people love watching reality. That's what it is for us in our business. We really want to connect with those people, make sure that those people understand that, we also have children that we have to make meals for. We got to get kids to school. We got to, we live our life as well. So just make sure to be emailing as well. And then 10 follow-ups. This is a really key for me. I had a really hard time getting over the phone fear aspect of things, and I think that that's something that most everybody struggles with. So I have another Tipsy Tuesday. If you go back into the Tipsy Tuesdays, you can see that there's a Conquering Phone Fears one. But there is something that I started doing just about 3 months ago. I have right here 10 pennies. I stack them on one side, and if I make a call, even if it's a wrong number, I move it to the side. All 10 of my pennies every day have to be moved from one side to the other. So if you are new and you don't have 10 people to call, get on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, whatever it is, and make sure you're moving these pennies. Make sure you're getting new friends, make sure you're getting new contacts, and move these pennies. And then once you get to a point in where that fear kind of starts making you feel better, moving the pennies for some reason makes you feel like you have conquered something. So if once you've started conquering, the phone, and even if it's a wrong number, just transfer it over, because that should count. You should be giving yourselves kudos for picking up that phone, no matter what. Even if it's the wrong number, even if the person, most of the time they're nice, guys. If they left you their phone number, they are nice. They want to hear from you. You don't leave your phone number and go, I hope that person doesn't call me. I got a lead the other day from name@noname.com. I was like, well, business is going to be tough for you, no name. If you want help, you got to give your information out so that you can get help. So, and then once you get your 10 pennies over and you start feeling a little bit more comfortable picking up that phone, make sure it then turns into one person I spoke to. So you're not giving yourself the pennies anymore for just picking up the phone. You're now getting pennies for speaking to someone, which will get you a lot more comfortable and make yourself feel like you are accomplishing things. Yeah. So,
well, I use dimes, and I toss them into a shot glass so it shakes.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah.
That's a great idea. Dimes. Look at this rich one over here. Dimes.
Make it real loud.
Like quarters.
Yeah, my birthday. So, Eric was asking, what are our thoughts on a fan page? Yes, I put yes.
Yeah, you definitely want a fan page. Eric, we can chat later too. I don't know if Facebook's what you have actually decided that that's what you are picking up, but you definitely want a fan page. People, when they do come over to your personal page, they do want to check out what you're doing in business, and they want to see how many likes you have. I remember when I first started and I would go over to people's fan page and I saw that they had like 700-800 likes, and I was just like, whoa. Oh my gosh, they're so big. And then I start researching, like, how long have they been in business? How long did this take? It's what we do as we're learning and we're growing. So just for the social showing of it, plus if you're doing ads and stuff like that, you have to have a fan page.
Yeah, and you can do ads without it.
Yeah, and your best way to get your fan page up on likes fast, I mean, of course you can do paid advertising. That's not something that I am working on right now. I don't really do a lot of paid advertising, but I will. But what you can do is, once you start getting into these groups with people, if you're in network marketing groups and you go over there and you start talking to people, or I've seen people, start a friend train and things like that. So what you can do, and this is also what Michelle Pesco-Solido still does to this day, is she'll friend someone and then she'll go over to her fan page and she'll ask that person to like her fan page. And then if your friends get too much, then you can go over and you can, unfriend them so that they're more on your like page. And this is completely my opinion on it. I don't get a lot of views on my Facebook fan page. I also don't focus too much on it, but I also don't see very much from people in my news feeds of pages I like, unless they're sponsored and they're advertised. I see a lot of those. But do you see a lot of, I mean, I know Facebook's making a lot of changes, but do you see a lot of stuff from pages you like?
Depends. Some of do. I have one in particular. I think it's based on how much they post. And some of them, man, they post it out and it's always in my feed. Always. It's in my notification, not in my actual feed.
Yeah.
So yeah, not in my feed. It's, yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Marlon.
Yeah, he popped on earlier and then popped off. Welcome back.
How y'all doing?
Good. We were talking about daily activities. What are your daily activities that you must do every day?
For me, that would be eat and sleep. That's about it now.
I got you on that.
The money making ones is what we want to know about.
Oh, those activities. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Well, me, I'm a big video person. And I've kind of taken on some of Ryan McMorris's things. You know, like Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I'm working on my MLSP business, and then on Tuesday and Thursday, I'm working on my network marketing business. So a lot of my daily activities for my network marketing business is I actually use your 555 tactics. I contact 5 old people, 5 new people, and 5 continuing people. And then on YouTube, I'm really big on YouTube. I have a lot of videos on YouTube. I have a lot of videos ranked on YouTube. So I will make a video on for YouTube and post it. Get all the keywords everywhere they need to go, and then I'll post it. And then individuals who contact me from there, I have a Google number. Sometimes I put my Google number in the description area, and then I have all my links to my blog now. When people contact me through there, I hit them up immediately. So those are some things I do daily. But I'm really big on videos and training and Periscope as well.
Yeah, you do Periscope every day, right?
Yeah, I do Periscope every day. I've gotten so much business from Periscope. If I don't do a Periscope, people get upset. Like, wow. So I've been featured on a couple other people's Periscopes as a featured scoper, whatever they call it now. But just giving the value and it's going very well. I mean, people love it. I just found out that less than 1% of people on Periscope actually scope. It's like 15 million people on Periscope and nobody's scoping. I'm like, this is ridiculous. Like, it's like mass business out here. So if y'all watching this webinar Tipsy Tuesday, get on Periscope. Even if you don't talk about, you got something to talk about. That's a lot. I know that's one thing a lot of people, they say, I have anything to talk about. Yes, you do. Just talk about why you started business or, what your goals are. Everybody got something to talk about. So use Periscope. Use it. And everything that you learn in these webinars, use that too. I use all that. So I use 555. I use video on Facebook. Everything. I use everything I hear on Tipsy Tuesday, I use, and it works. So it's because I don't really dive deep into social media like Samantha does. I use it, but it's not like a focal point. I'm more like YouTube and blogging, but it all works. Trust me. Everybody who gets a video from me, they're like, man, I never thought of that. And before you know it, they buy my value. It's crazy, man. It's absolutely crazy. So, but everything I learned, I use on a daily basis. But I make sure I do my 555. I contact 5 old people, 5 new people, and 5 continuous people. I do that every day. It's in my planner, 555. And when I complete it, I put a circle around it, draw a line to make sure I do it. And my list is we're almost at 1,000 people on my list. I'm at 987 on my list of people who I've met just using those things online. So it's amazing. So so those are my daily activities. But I do 5-5-5 every day.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I don't know when I taught on that, but yeah, that's definitely, just like I was saying about the 10, if you start with 5, 10, whatever it is that you have, I love that 5-5-5 as well.
Yeah.
And then I was talking about pennies, moving pennies over or dimes in her case.
I move hundreds. I'm just joking. But I was on here when you were doing that, but I had to get some gas. But yeah. We used to do that back in the day when we used to, go out and prospect. We used to call it sharking. Or we would go out and shark. That means we would go out to prospect, and we would have the, pennies in our right pocket, like 5, 10, 15. And we had to, by the end of the day, all those other pennies had to be in the other pocket for how many numbers you got. And after a while, people saw us coming. Nice. Hey, there go those guys coming to get my number. But we were so serious about it. I'm talking about, I had my Sunday best on and going out sharking. But when you said that, I was like, man, we used to do that. We definitely used to do that way back in the day when I first got started in network marketing.
Yeah, there's something about it, for those of you who are new and, just unsure, there's something about moving the penny from one side to the other. There's something that makes you feel like, yes, I accomplished that. In the same way with Marlon, how he circles and throws a line through it when he's done with it. There's something about actually, the one thing in business when you're an entrepreneur is that you have so many hats you wear. You're trying to set up your blog, you're trying to get on, social media, you're trying to do all these different things, and it becomes like, one thing, like yesterday I was setting up my blog, I was trying to get a picture, which I found out, which is very cool, and I'll teach you guys. I tried to get a picture so that they could click on the picture and then go to a funnel to get into my newsletter, so that they actually see a video of me and things like that. And I spent like the whole day, my husband comes home at like 6 o'clock and I'm still like, I can't figure out how to get this picture to link onto something else. And then once I finally got that done, then my funnel wasn't getting, the integration wasn't working, and it was just like, and it's just one thing after another. And unless you give yourself the pat on the back every day for what you did accomplish, not what other situations come up, because they do and they will. Even the 6-figure earners will tell you there's still, every day they still have situations. That's what happens when you're an entrepreneur. That is the reason that our blood runs the same, is because we all run very hard and very fast, and we know what we want. Where there's us who are the entrepreneurs, and then there's the people who just want to go to work and come home, and there's nothing wrong with them. That's the way they want to live, and that's fine. But for us, we don't get very many pats on the back being the entrepreneur and being the person who does everything. I mean, unless you're a 6-figure earner and have like a bunch of people working underneath you, but you still have to take the time to give yourself the congratulations, you did well, you did what you were supposed to do today. And as long as you do those things, I mean, even if it's only right now the 5-5-5, mm-hmm. That's going to take your business into places in 30 days. Do the 5-5-5 every day for 30 days and watch where your business is in 30 days. Because you work now to get paid late, you work these 30 days to get paid for the next 30 days. So if you slack off for these 30 days, you're going to be having to, it takes a while to catch up.
Sucks. Yeah.
I mean, it does. And, it's funny because there's so many people who come to me and they're like, I just love this network marketing because, you can, take some time off and then you can come back into it. And I'm like, well, what network marketing are you working on? Because mine has to be working every single day.
It's never a day. I've been doing this every day for 13 and a half years. Every day for 13 and a half years, never quit. Something happens, just keep going. And now today, I mean, today, not too long, maybe 17 months ago, it finally all came together. And I was like, man, this is crazy. But every day, if you go to work every day, you treat your business like when you go to work. I work my business 8, 10, sometimes 12 hours every day. I'm like squinting at the computer. I can't see. I got to put drops in my eyes and, to keep going. I was up last night till like 2:30 trying to figure out this Excel spreadsheet for one of my trainings. And I'm like, man, it was making me so mad.
Oh.
My wife comes downstairs like, what are you doing? I'm like, trying to figure out this Excel. She went in there and typed in a few things. Everything worked. I said, dang it.
Oh. That is so Kelly.
And I got it going, but it's every day, man. It's man, I love it. I love it so much. So,
yeah. And that's it. Like every day is so different, and you run into more problems and different. I mean, like, look, 13 years network marketing, very successful man gets caught on Excel.
Right. Did you do a video on it?
Yeah, I know. Yesterday I was literally going through my blog, and I have a list of content that I can create because of all the small things that I was doing that I can do, a 3 to 5 minute video on and a blog post on. So that was all the content that I got through teaching myself yesterday, which is not something that I did at the beginning. The first year of business, I was really honed in on learning and understanding because, like you guys know, I couldn't have told you what a network marketer was when I started with MLSP. I did not know. So, I mean, I covered up my camera on my first ever webinar that I went to, thinking that I don't know if the 500 people that were there were all going to be seen.
The broadcaster can tap in at any time.
Yeah, but that's how new I was. And when it came to content, I was the same way. I was just like, what do I say? Oh my gosh, I never was good in school. I'm not a good writer. I'm not a good speller. Sometimes I'm not even a good talker. But I had to take that step. And that's one thing that you can do is, as you're doing your blog and you're going back to YouTube or back to these videos to try to find out how you put this and this and this together, write it down. Like me, I wrote down, I worked on the Monarch app or plugin yesterday and all the cool stuff that has. So, I mean, there's just things that I can do off of that. Finding out how to take a picture into a widget and have it link off into, a funnel. That took me a couple hours to figure out. But I did it.
3-minute video. You got it now, girl.
Exactly. And I think, and that's something that my list will appreciate, So just when you go about your daily routines, know that people are watching you, people are waiting for you, and people want to hear from you. And as long as you know those 3 things every single day, and I'm telling you guys, there's people who will come up to you 6 months, 2 years later and be like, I've been watching you, I've been watching your videos. I ran into someone on Facebook who has been watching every Tipsy Tuesday since I started. I've never spoken to this person before.
Cool.
I mean, so there are people who are watching you, whether you know it or not, they are watching you. So make sure to show up every day and get those small things done. Content, the 555, posting, making sure that you're posting. If you're on social media and you're using social media, make sure that you're posting, make sure that you're showing up every day and bringing value to them.
Hey, well, one thing I do want to share is that, if you don't mind, sometimes I borrow content because there are people who follow you that don't follow other people's content because they don't know what's out there. So, sometimes I will borrow content, from other areas, and then I would have a link to that content. But the way they got to it is through me because the people that follow me. And I was finding some content the other day about, the whole taxes and things of that nature, and I was like, man, this is some good stuff for people to know. And so, I make a blog post about it, and I say, hey, you want to know more about what they do? And, I sent them over there. I found out that this tax area, they had an affiliate program, and I became an affiliate. So I searched their blog, and if I find something that may be interesting, I put it on my blog, then I send them a link over to there, because it's just, there's content everywhere on, but the people who follow you, they follow you. They don't know what the other content is. So sometimes I borrow it. I get on the 11 o'clock call, man. I'm like, yep, I'm using that. I'm sure. Yeah, I'm about to blow about that right now. But it's amazing where you can find content in what you're doing.
Yeah, the wake up calls, you got content right there. And just like, Marlon, okay, he found out yesterday that he could become an affiliate marketer with somebody. He can make a video now, show that they could become an affiliate marketer with whoever it is, and then have his link there so that those people are going over to link on to become an affiliate, and he's getting paid, and it's content as well.
You better believe it.
There's money all around.
Turn on your mic. Your mic is muted.
Mine? Oh, Steph's or mine?
Yesterday our blog was on how to monetize your blog with Amazon. So you can become an affiliate type associate. We're there too. So anywhere.
Yeah. It is amazing.
Well, listen,
I know that Kelly's got to run. I got to run and find out what's going on with my son and stuff. So I will see you all next Tuesday. Get a hold of me if you have any questions. If you need anything, let me know. Get a hold of Marlon, Stephanie, whatever. And thank you so much for showing up for Tipsy Tuesday, guys.
Well, hey, Sam, if you need any help with your blog, let me know. I know how to do hyperlinks and links and funnels, and I'm very good at that. So if you need any help, just hit me up on Facebook or whatever. And if you got any questions, let me know.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I was working on it like all day yesterday, and then I'm like, I cannot believe I've been working on WordPress blog for 4 or 5 months now and have not gotten as far as I did sitting down yesterday with sites.
Nice.
It's absolutely mind-blowing.
Yes, it is.
And then if I take my website or my blog that through WordPress now and look at it through sites, I'm like, oh my gosh, I look like, nobody over here, and over here I look like a professional, which I am.
That's right.
So, So everybody, I hope you have a wonderful day. I will definitely get a hold of you, Marlon. Thank you for that. And as well as anybody on here, if you have any, blogging situations, ask my man Marlon, or even Kelly. I hear you got ranked on a blog post, which is awesome. Congratulations. And yeah, I will see you guys. Have a happy Tipsy Tuesday.
Bye.
Bye.